2020 election coverage, only on KHTS.
This is KHTS News Director Michael Brown. We've been reporting to you live all morning regarding election results as we've been getting in, constantly updating. This has been one of the most contentious races, not just nationally, but here locally as well. We have a lot of very close races. In fact, the closest race is between incumbent state senator Scott Wilk and Democratic challenger Kip Mueller, where just over 500 votes separates the two candidates, with Wilk ahead by just over 500 votes. On the line, we actually have State Senator Scott Wilk. Senator Wilk, how are you doing this morning?
I'm a little tired, my friend, and it's 553, and I only say that because you never know if it comes down to that 53 or not.
Exactly. And this has been, I have never seen California report these votings the way they're doing. Usually when you go on the Secretary of State's website, they'll give you a percentage of just precincts reporting. And even by now, we wouldn't be in the 100%, but we were at almost 100%, it said, late last night, but they had the qualifier of their precincts partially reporting. And we've just been getting slow trickles of updates ever since. I can't imagine that that's been calming for you in any way, or any of the candidates. Talk me a little bit about your mindset last night and kind of what you were going through as you were watching these results come in.
Well, so obviously we have a completely new system this year, because of one, the voting machines, which we did have in the primary, and COVID. So, we changed our rules to make it easier for people to vote. And I knew that I'd be down on the initial vote, just because polling showed that it was, going to be people that are more to the left. I was a little shocked I was down as much as I was. And then, climbed back all night. And then, to be honest, it was like 2:07 a.m. and LA County updated. And they didn't say that they were done. But I thought, and San Bernardino County said, not till 4:30. So I said, well, I'm just going to go to bed because I can't control any of this anyway. And obviously I've been trending up, which is good.
Right.
And then, you know how your body works, right? So so I go to bed. I wake up at 4:27 a.m. So I go in my office, click on, and then boom, I made a big jump up, and now I'm in the lead, and hopefully I stay there. But it is 2020, so who knows?
Right, and you mentioned those vote by mail early ballots that came in, and you're very right. Across the board, coming in, it's more Democratic. It's interesting looking at the registered voter demographics of the 21st State Senate District. Just over 39% are registered Democrats, while just over 31% are Republicans. This is really coming down to the no party preference voters, as it usually does. How do you personally feel you've done to reach out to those independents to try and bring them over and get you to reelect you for another term?
Well, I mean, we reach out to everybody, and as you know, I kind of have a reputation for being bipartisan and working across the aisle, and certainly tried to communicate that during the campaign. But when it's a presidential election, you have a much larger voter pool, and sometimes you have voters that are lower information voters in terms of they don't maybe invest as much time as other voters, and you just saw it across the state, not the nation, but in California there was definitely a blue wave yesterday, and I know for the state Senate there was 4 targeted seats, and I'm like last man standing, and hopefully I remain standing because my colleagues all went down. So.
Well, we'll be watching the whole time as we do this. Senator Wilk, one last question before I let you go. What does the rest of your day look like? Because I'm sure, generally a day after election, you know the results. You have a pretty good idea of the results, so you can kind of, relax a little bit. But this is just so contentious. Like I said, this is actually the closest race as it pertains to Santa Clarita. What does the rest of your day look like right now?
Well, I've got a meeting at 9 o'clock with my campaign team, because they'll start counting ballots today. The canvassing board, I think, meets at 1 p.m. So we'll just go through that. I don't plan to go down. I don't have any concerns about any kind of shenanigans at either of the registrar of voters offices. I think they're all very professional, and of course the penalties are quite severe if you were to be caught doing voter fraud. So we're just going to see where, we're going to, every legitimate ballot should be counted, and we'll just see where we land. And, hopefully I prevail. And if I do, great. And, I'd be honored to serve another 4 years. And if I don't, it's been a great run the last 8 years, and I've really enjoyed it. And, it's time for somebody new. So I'm fine either way.
Well, State Senator Scott Wilk, I appreciate you giving us your time here to call in. I know you must be exhausted, so I know you said you got some meetings, but make sure you also take care of yourself and get some rest as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Thank you, Michael.
All right, that was State Senator Scott Wilk in what is probably the most contentious race in Santa Clarita at this moment. Like I said, just over 500 votes separating incumbent Scott Wilk and Democratic challenger Kip Muller. We're going to continue our coverage here live, 98.1 FM and AM 1220, as well as on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook Live, thank you. Make sure that you stay tuned. If you are driving to work right now, and let's say you got to get out of your car to go to work or where the grocery store, wherever you're heading, you can head on over to our Facebook for updates, and you can head on over to hometownstation.com/election, where myself and my team in the back have been constantly updating all of the results as we get them. Again, very slow trickling results coming in from the county, so expect a lot of updates throughout the day, and you don't want to miss them. So make sure you go hometownstation.com/election and stay tuned here, 98.1 FM and AM 1220. Reporting live, this is Michael Brown.
How are we?